prepare for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill.
Wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Darrell Taylor in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well defended right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Now it's Carson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
on a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Seattle.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Jalen Ramsey brought in.
These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
It's a gain of
23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Seahawks.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Throwing is Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack, but they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They needed a yard. They got it. First down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running the counter with Mostert. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to have a third down.
Here we go, here we go. What do you need? Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. 21. Let's go, let's go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
49ers.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the bag spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That last pass CD, he just added another notch to the old belt. What a career it's been. He's over 35,000 career passing yards now.
And when you say that number, over 35,000 yards, how many people have done that prior to him?
Right around 30.
Boy, that's a pretty good number. Now you're into a membership that means you've done a heck of a job.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Tack McKinley. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On second down now, it's Carson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Ball carrier.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Down.
Now Wilson throwing on 3rd and long. He lets it fly for Lockett. Room here to run. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. This run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Defense wins championships, baby.
Now Mostert. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
21. Go ahead.
Mostert. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. The kick by Gould is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
At their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Wilson. Steps away. Going for Metcalf. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 34. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Carson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And he finds Penny. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll toss it out to Carson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
On the carry.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Open man right side is Ingram. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the 2nd half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
6 man. Check cross, check cross, check cross. 14. 36. Tackle. Check. Hey, 0.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
1st down, Seattle.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Wilson. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, but it's going to be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Wilson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And he's got Lockett. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, it's Carson. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Chris Carson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Buccaneers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
The kick is good.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Seahawks 17, 49ers 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Richie James on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Buccaneers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, The guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All brings back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards there to first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
On play action, now Garoppolo. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. And one play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Carson. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And now off to the races.
Do what we
down
do.
the right
Do
side.
what we do.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Seahawks 31, 49ers 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Right there, 54 Mike. I got you. I got you.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
It finally got. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
First and 10.
Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
First down, Seattle.
They go play action now. Wilson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 more on that one and another first down.
A gain of
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now a first and 10 at the 11.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Rolling to his left. That is caught at the 7-yard line. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. A carry here for the big tight end. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Dissly, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38, 49ers 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what?
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
But that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, Garoppolo. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
45. 49ers 3.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown, 49ers. Devontae Adams, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers able to get this back to some measure of respectability.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I just remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
I bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no. There was no ice bath. You just tried to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
Oh, good return up past the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker Fred Warner right there on the coverage. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They run the counter. It's Carson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. The 20. 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now Garoppolo. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Davante Adams. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Niners, they eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Gold to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
51, 49ers 17.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Here's Reed returning. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Reed on the return. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39.
To Tyler Lockett.
It's a big play on 3rd down for the Seahawks. And even 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for DK Metcalf. Incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Wilson wants to throw it. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final.